Oh, cow's on fire. There was a small fire. A lot smoother than before. Filling in the seams with that seam sealer. All sealed up. Primer. 6-speed is finally going back in. I can't wait. Clutch pedals going in. New brake booster. Found a new leak. Old shifter. New shifter. All the major work that we had to do is done. Hello, I'm Jensen. What's going on, guys? So we are back for episode 12 of building a manual Hellcat charger. And today we are going to be working on the interior. I gotta vacuum all the metal shavings and stuff that we created from grinding and welding and all that. I'll get the interior all vacuumed up. Then we're gonna throw the center console in. Danny's over here looking at master cylinder that came from the manual car. Swap that out and then also maybe bolt the clutch pedal in today. From the people that I've talked to, they said that the clutch pedal just bolts right in. I don't even have to drill any holes or anything. Hopefully that's the case and we could just slap them right in and not have to do any type of, you know, fab work. Episode 12, let's get into it. Let's take a look at our checklist because we haven't looked at this in a while. We still need to do brake booster, master cylinder, which we're doing today. We need to wire the clutch pedal. I was talking to Sideways D again. He said that there is 3 wires that go to the clutch pedal and all 3 need to be wired in different locations. I forgot off the top of my head where exactly they need to go. I'll let you guys know when I remember. Wire clutch pedal, brake fluid. Obviously after we get the brake booster, master cylinder, we're gonna need to refill it with fluid. The clutch line, trans cooler line, still need to do those. Fuel line, that top fuel line that disintegrated, fill the transmission with fluid. Supercharger snout bushings, which are in this box right here. And that's kind of like the last step. Put the pedals in, which we're gonna do today. Tune, which I'll be going over to Overkill Performance and SAC to get the tune done. Basically, I'll just need to tell the computer that it's no longer automatic transmission and there's a manual in there now. Alignment, which obviously will come before the tune. That's pretty much all we need to do. I also need to get the drive shaft cut. This one-piece aluminum thing. Probably gonna drop that off tomorrow or something. That'll be the end of the checklist. All the major work that we had to do is done. A lot to do today, but let's get to it. Danny's already busting this thing apart. Pause. Whole cow's got to come off because I don't know if you guys have ever looked at the master cylinder brake booster, but it is tucked way far in there. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna multitask and then hop in there, start vacuuming and cleaning all that shit up. Quick look at how dirty this thing is real quick before I vacuum it. Pieces of metal and shavings and a bunch of shit everywhere. So let's clean this up. Alright, I got this all cleared out. There's a bunch of little metal shavings everywhere. You can see it like sparkle a little bit. Danny's over here getting the fluid out. But yeah, look how far the damn brake booster is tucked off in the engine bay. Good idea just came to me since this is already broken down and I have the bolts. If you guys remember, I was missing the bolt right here for some reason. I don't know where it went or what happened to it, but we got the bolts, Danny. Ouch. And she's out of there. So let's do a quick comparison of the two.
Oh, shit, everything's the same way.
It's the same exact one. It's just that. So it has a plug on it?
Yeah. Well, that's what we doing it, you know, filming it.
So you guys know, so you don't have to do the same mistakes, but I'm pretty sure mine has a lot more miles on it and this one's a lot newer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we might as well swap it since it's out. Because yeah, that has like almost 100,000 miles on it. This one has what, 30, 40? Didn't need to take it out, but they look identical though. Like even the electrical connection is exactly the same. Everything else looks identical.
This one looks way newer though.
Yeah, obviously mine's got a lot more mileage on it. So the reason we pulled it is because we thought that this sideline was only on the manual one, but
we didn't really check, bro, to be honest.
I mean, we didn't. Also, someone recommended me getting the shift skip eliminator, and that's what this is. This is one of the first things I ordered with the short shifter. If you're not on the gas and you're cruising, pulling off from a light, it can go from straight first to fourth gear. It'll lock out second and third as like a economy type deal, you know? So that will eliminate it, and it's just a little, I forgot how much this was. It was like 40, 50 bucks, I think. Shout out to whoever commented. It's getting serious. That clutch pedal's going in. The normal automatic, how much skinnier the brake pedal is, more performance oriented, you know? Basically half the size of the brake pedal. Yeah. So that was that shifter cable that went to the automatic shifter. But now, I don't need no damn pull tab.
Las dos.
Sí, güey.
New brake booster in there. New pedals are in there. Sheesh. I'm definitely gonna have to get a gas pedal to replace the one I have, so all three pedals are matching. Found a new leak on this random fitting. You can see the crusted, dried up coolant on that thing, so we'll have to replace that little T-fitting. We gotta start putting the center console and the climate controls and everything back together. This thing in here, I don't know if we're gonna need to cut any more out, but let's throw this thing back into the car.
Yep. Yep.
Put the damn computer back in. Don't know what that's for, to be honest, but
This?
yeah.
Airbags.
Only one plug for the whole climate controls. That's crazy. So we got the computer in, got the cables all in there, climate controls back on. We got a couple more plugs that go underneath the center console. One was to the shifter and stuff, huh? Good AC. So if you remember, we had to change the air duct from the automatic one to the manual one because it's got this thin piece right here that goes right around the shifter. It ran into an issue, got all the plugs and everything in, had to pop the climate controls back out. This damn air duct is too tall and it won't seat the center console down, so either we do some crazy shit and cut this and then like plastic weld or like JB weld it so it's like this thin underneath the center console. So that's where it's supposed to sit, and there's maybe barely any room under there. Looks like we're gonna have to cut the top off of this and then plastic weld it. A little more fab work. Old shifter, new shifter. So we're gonna have to try and trim this bezel out, and then I'll use the boot from the Challenger, try and make one custom thing. And the bottom of this has tabs super close to where we're gonna need to cut. So we're gonna have to be super precise with this thing. So that's where we're cutting. Try and drop this thing down a little bit. See it with this. Try and stay on the very edges. Do a nice square. Gotta keep them RPMs up. Over here not coloring inside the lines. Talk about a clean cut.
Clean cut.
Psych.
So much.
Looked like you were chewing on this thing.
You want to do it?
It's too late now.
Bet you. I bet you.
So hopefully this fits underneath the center console, because Cisco's over here putting in a lot of work on this thing. Got it cut out. It's a lot thinner than it was before. Now we're gonna plastic weld it together. Try and throw it in the car. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's thin enough to go underneath the center console. Like I said, this was the Challenger one, so that center console is a little bit taller, a little different. Yes, I know they make an actual plastic welder that would work a whole lot better than this, but we're making with what we have work. So this is the finished product. Obviously not hella pretty, but it's going under the center console anyway, so it's not looking like it's gonna fit. Too tall. Damn. there's room under here. So it's still way too tall. I'm pretty sure it's too tall, like underneath the center console right here, because this has a bunch of room. So there's still not enough room underneath. Whoever sits in my back seats, you better say thank you every time you get in here, just because I'm doing this so you can have air conditioning in the back seats. Because otherwise, oh damn, they're just point this bitch at me. But then there'd be no AC in the back. So this is the Challenger one. This is the Charger one. So you can see we need that much for it to connect to the rear vent. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this one and then try and weld it on the end of this one. So this center console will not go in with this damn air duct in here. It's just not the right size, not the right shape. So I think I'll just have to go get one of those like HVAC air ducts, you know, that almost look like a long ass slinky. So we'll probably go grab one of those tomorrow, and then we'll be able to put all this back together. But it looks like this isn't going back together until we get that damn air duct figured out. And without this in here, the center console sits perfectly flat, perfectly fine. And it's not just the center console needing to be trimmed more. So tomorrow I'll go grab that. We'll run it under here, bolt the center console on, put the climate controls back in, finish with the pedals. We're gonna have to wire the pedals, but it's coming along. Slow process. A lot of people kept saying, you know, longer vids, blah blah blah. It's really difficult. There's only so many hours in the day. We're getting there. We are getting there. But we knocked out a couple things today. We got the new master cylinder brake booster in. We got the third pedal in. Vacuumed everything. Cut and fabricated some more of the center console. Tried to get that air duct working. It's really just super stupid because I could just block that off or just leave it how it is. It doesn't have to have a duct going to the rear seats, but I'm trying to keep everything kind of OEM, you know. Been here at least 8 hours working on all this. Took a long time trying to get that center console fixed, but we'll have to figure something else out. And while I'm here, I might as well throw this thing in the Jeep so I can go drop it off to go get chopped. Someone was asking for the measurements. I forgot measurements of everything. It was in the video, but this needs to be cut to, I think, 64 1/4. Back at the checklist, next thing we need to do is wire the clutch pedal, fill this thing with brake fluid, finish the clutch line, which is right here. We'll do that tomorrow as well. Fuel line, we're gonna do that. Fill the fluid, fill the trans with fluid. Do the snout bearings, and then she's pretty much ready to go. After we get that center console in, it's it's damn near almost done. But I am trying to do longer videos for you guys, so depending how long this video is by the time I'm done editing it, it'll either be tomorrow or the next episode. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Staying tuned, subscribed, all that stuff. Appreciate you.